Windfall for hedge funds and Russian banks as IMF rescues Ukraine. Ukraine has secured an emergency bailout of up to $18 billion from the International Monetary Fund to stave off imminent default, but will see no debt relief and will be forced to slash spending amid dangerous civil conflict. Arseniy Yatsenyuk, Ukraine's premier, said his country was on the edge of economic and financial bankruptcy, yet vowed to comply with demands for drastic austerity, including a 50% rise in fuel prices, even if this proved a kamikaze mission. So, while the Ukraine is about to burn with austerity, get this! There will be no haircuts for creditors under the deal, unlike the EU IMF formula in Greece and Cyprus. This amounts to a bailout for Russian state banks and Western funds accused of propping up the previous regime for the vulture funds that brought Ukrainian debt cheaply for quick gain. I have to laugh at this. This is ridiculous. Oh, how the people of Ukraine are going to realise just what siding with the EU and choosing to be governed by unelected bureaucrats is really all about. You see, despite what Nick Clegg, David Cameron and hoop-throwing Obama say, the revolution in the Ukraine was about banks. It's about hedge fund hyenas and banks raping them. There's also an energy aspect as well that ultimately makes banks more money. So toppling a democratically elected government and siding with the EU will now land Ukraine in so much debt that they will probably have austerity for 100 years because these banks and hedge funds simply will not stop. And to think that Putin offered them 15 billion with no strings attached. To the people of the Ukraine, do you really want to go the way of Greece? Honestly, do you? You do? Okay, well sit back and enjoy the poverty then. Sit back and enjoy the hunger. Enjoy the fuel prices going up at least 50%. Enjoy reading about how the bankers are making millions in bonuses off the back of you. Enjoy your unemployment rate going up 4 or 5 times. Enjoy being raped. This article goes on. Ashoka Moody, a former IMF negotiator, said the country screams out for debt relief given external debt of 75% of GDP and a collapse in exports. It is truly staggering if they don't push through debt reconstructing, and the question is why not? I would go for very deep relief. That's a good idea. Former IMF negotiator says max out Ukraine's credit card before it's too late and they catch on to us. This is what Nick Clegg doesn't want you to find out. He thinks that if he bobs his head and talks at you in a base level in a patronising voice.
This debate is about you, and it's really simple. Because it's about your job. Or if not your job, the job of someone else that you know.
Then you will have lots of respect for him, you will switch off your brain and just believe the lies he spews. After all, he knows best, doesn't he? Ukraine are in for a massive shock. The EU and the IMF are about to start their raping. For the people of Ukraine, I wish you all the best.